Welcome back to my channel. My name is IJ and this is Real Talk with IJ. On today's episode, we're talking okay, all right. On my channel, we'll talk about love, sex, and relationship as it concerns the men. I try to help you understand women and choose the best woman for you at the end of the day. Now, before I begin, I want to let you guys know that this is for educational purposes. Okay, this is not because I'm spoiled or whatever anybody's gonna say about this video. I don't even care. But this is for educational purposes because at the end of the day, you want to satisfy your lady. So I'm just here to teach you or explain to you how you can make it easy for yourself while trying to satisfy your lady. So, without further ado, let's jump straight into this. And when you have a video on how to eat a lady's VJJ. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to put in the video somewhere around here. You can go check it out. That video is very, very self-explanatory and it is doing so well on YouTube. You need to see it, and I've been getting positive comment about it. I don't know why. Well, yes, it's doing well. So please go check it out. It is a very simple thing actually, but you just need to know the simplest things to do so that she enjoys it. See, the woman's VJJ is a very delicate place. It's a very delicate part of the body where you have to be very careful while you're trying to play with it, okay? And the very first thing you have to think about when you're trying to go down there with your fingers, you should make sure that your fingernails are looking so well kept, okay? If they are too long and too pointy, you have to trim them off. You have to bring them almost totally down because your fingernails being sharp, have a JJ being very soft and delicate, you're going to create what you don't like. You're going to create something that is going to make her be shut down for months before letting you go back in there. Okay, so you need to make sure that your fingernails are very clean, okay, well trimmed, clean manicure. I mean, I'm not saying you have to, just make sure it's clean. Now what you have to do before you go into bed or when you want to start, fingering your lady, you have to go to the washroom. You have to wash your hands with non-scented soap, okay, nothing antiseptic or anything like that, just normal toilet soap. Make sure you wash your hands. What you do is, after you have lathered up everything, take your fingers and wash like this in your palm. Take the other one. You know how you wash for COVID? You know how you wash for COVID? I'm sure everybody learned how to wash their hands during COVID, okay? So that's how you wash. You wash your fingers like this in the lather you have created in your hands, and then you wash properly, then you rinse, you pat dry, and that's it, okay? So hygiene is very, very important. Some ladies are very, very prone to getting infections like this, okay? So you need to be very, very careful. You need to be very careful before you go in there. Don't just finish eating something spicy and then you want to put your fingers inside. No matter how high and tipsy you are, don't do it, because the kind of bond she's going to feel there, she's going to block you out for months, and you don't want that, okay? So make sure that your nails hygiene on point before you start fingering a lady, okay? And the next thing to think of is to keep her comfortable. Now this lady is your girlfriend, your wife, whoever who you want to, you want to have fun with, you want to play with, have a JJ, okay? And you've done all this hygiene stuff. You need to get her in the mood. You need to warm her up. You need to keep her comfortable, okay? If she likes soft music, you have to put the music on. If she needs to eat, you need to make her eat, okay? Give her what she wants, make her comfortable, make her trust you. Before a woman opens up her body to you and actually really enjoys it, you need to warm her up. You need to make her warm up to you. You need to make her very, very comfortable, okay? If you need to start kissing, you have to start kissing her neck, her lips. You need to play with her nipple. You have to kiss her inner thighs. You have to kiss all the part of her body that she likes. Now if you don't know the part of the body that women like to be kissed, I also have a video on that. I'll put a link here. You can click on it and know the most sensitive part of a woman's body where she likes to be kissed before sex, okay? The video link will be right here, okay? So now all of that will warm her up, all of that will put her in the mood to know that, okay, it's about to go down, okay? Something is about to happen. I'm feeling all sweet and all of that, okay? So you need to keep her in the mood. You need to warm her up with those kisses, playing towards her VJJ, but not going directly on her VJJ, okay? This warming up, I'm telling you, is very serious. Don't joke with it. Don't joke with it. Don't just bring a woman home and the next thing you spread her legs and you're no, okay? Because what this warm up is going to do is it's going to put her in the mood. All of this is going to get her wet before you even try to insert your fingers into her, because if a woman is not wet and you try to put your fingers into her, it's going to ruin the mood. Nobody wants to let you stick anything inside her JJ if she's dry, Okay, and so women take longer time to get wet, so you need to be very patient. You need to be very patient. You need to know what you're doing, that you're doing wrong, and try to do it right so that you can get her in the mood as soon as possible. She's a lady who likes to take alcohol, a little sip of alcohol, a little drinks will, put her in the mood, because I think generally alcohol puts people in the mood. So you can get her a little wine, something soft or something strong. She's Russian, or I don't know, whatever. Just however she likes her alcohol, just give it to her. Just make sure that she's warmed up, because being warmed up is going to make her start feeling very wet down there, and that's going to get you prepared for the next step. So, step number three, I've heard that some women like or prefer that you use condoms, finger condoms, to, finger them. But for me, I'm just going to tell you what I know, okay, out of personal experience and also information gathered, okay? So now, once you've warmed her up and she's feeling very relaxed and in the mood to have sex with you or to let you use your fingers into her, private thought, okay, make sure you start small, okay? Just start by introducing yourself to her. When I mean start by introducing yourself to her, I mean start with one finger, okay? Don't want this finger again, you go straight with two fingers or go straight with three fingers. Does that even make sense to you? Okay, you need to start by inserting one finger into her vagina just to introduce yourself. Let her know that there's a foreign thing now in her body. Let her get used to that one finger being in her body before you want to go crazy with all of your fingers. Okay. So you go in with that one finger and you just stay there. You don't do anything. So while that one finger is deep inside her vajayjay, you have to keep kissing her body. You either keep kissing her neck, keep kissing her thighs. Okay, if you're going down on her, okay, you can keep kissing her thigh. But if you're lying on her while your finger is down there, you can keep kissing her lips, her neck, her ears, all of that, okay? While that one finger is there. And the next thing you want to do is you go in circle with that one finger, because she's still trying to get used to you being inside of her, okay? Now, all you have to do is go in circles like this. So now, I don't like to do this with my hands, but okay. So this is how JJ, your hand is inside. What you have to do is just start going in circles, okay? This is what you're doing. This is what you're doing. Circle, 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 circle. Okay. So now, what you have to do is you go in circle. Just make circular motions. Let her feel. Okay, let her feel that. Okay, you're in there. Okay, you're going to feel her JJ contrasting and trying to wrap itself around your hand. You're going to feel all the warmth and everything. Now, a woman's G spot is not very far from, you see the VJJ entrance there. It's not very far. It's just a little bit up. Okay, for instance, if this is the vagina, the G spot is just somewhere here, not far, just somewhere up here. That is where it is. It's not inside her soul. Okay, it's just somewhere up here. You just have to look for it. There's a G spot and there's an A spot, but I'm not explaining all of that. Except you guys want me to, I'll do it next time. So a G spot is just somewhere up here, and the A spot is just somewhere very close to it also. The G spot, which is a very common spot that everybody knows that everybody has a G spot. Okay. Now, once your one finger is in and you feel that it's very comfortable, you have to do now is try to insert the second finger. Okay, because actually the second finger gives a much more fitting feel, like it's a dick. Okay, because I think an average dick is about this size. Not too bad, even though I know African men can get up to this and up to this. Because I don't know how God created those people. Okay, but like an average feel will be your two fingers, because your one finger, trust me, is not going to do anything. The one finger is just for introduction. So putting two fingers now is going to be much more fitting for her to know that okay, there's something inside my VJJ. So now you've inserted the two fingers inside of her. You have to go gently. Now that there are different motions you can do. You can keep going in circle, but I'm only going to talk about one that works for almost everybody. Okay. Now while your finger is inside, you need to try as much as possible to make sure that your fingers are pressing on the upper part of her VJJ and not just hanging in the middle, because where all of the sweetest spots are just right up. It's like you will feel the spot. It's looking very kind of rough, like an intestine, people who like to eat cow intestine, okay? When you flip it inside out, it has this rough, fleshy edges. Okay, so that's what you're going to feel. It's going to be like a little rough edge up here, and then you know that you're like touching the G spot. Okay, it's not very far. It's like, I don't know the measurement, but it's like 2 centimeter. I don't know, or 1 centimeter. I don't know, but it's not far from here, guys. It's not. You don't have to do too much. You don't have to put all your hands inside to search for it. It's just somewhere up here. Okay, and you put your two fingers inside, and the best motion you can do is to do the come here motion. I'm going to explain what I mean now. Come here method is where you are just doing this right in her vjj, okay, just right up here where all of the sweetness are. That's all you're doing, just like this, and you're going to feel her react to the motion. See, it depends on the girl. Some girls like it really fast and some girls like it very slow, but what I'll advise is you start small and advance with your speed. Okay, you keep going faster and see how she reacts to it. Now, sometimes when it's too intense, she's going to try to stop you. Okay, and if she doesn't stop you, you just have to keep going. But each time you increase a particular speed, you have to maintain it for a while, for say 10 to 15 seconds, and see if she's really enjoying it. Now, the trick to fingering a girl is to try to understand her body to know if she's enjoying it or not. Now, while you're doing the come here method, why the come here method is like the best method you could do is your thumb is free. And as you know, if this is the VJJ of a woman, the clitoris is somewhere up here, and you know that's a very sensitive spot because the G spot is just literally behind the clitoris. Okay, the cleats. Let's call it clits because clitoris is too long. Okay, so the G spot is just somewhere behind the clit. That's why I'm telling you that it's not far from where the entrance is. Okay, so while you go in and you're trying to play with the G spot, hoping that you found it, your big thumb can be doing this. Okay, you can be doing this while you're doing this. Your G spot is like, if you see, a lot of vibrators these days have this thing that the dick head is there, and then there's this little thing doing. Okay, for people who are into vibrators, okay, or people who just like to see them. I don't know if there are people like that. So that's letting you know that this is what a woman enjoys. So you need to walk your thumb. You need to walk your thumb. You need to walk your thumb. Okay, this is an exercise you should do. So while your finger is doing this, you are doing this with your thumb on the clitoris. This is going to drive her nuts. This is going to drive her insane. Okay, so the trick is you need to walk the thumb and the two fingers while you are doing all of this. And if you're tall enough to still be like on top of her or on her side, and you're still able to kiss her on her lips and on her neck, please don't stop doing that. Okay, fingering a woman is not a dry man's job. Okay, you don't just stay doing chaka 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 chaka. No, you need to be doing things. It's something that you should work with all of her body. If there's a way your hand can be on her boobs, playing with her nipple, just caressing other part of her body while your other hands are doing the other stuff, or your lips are still working magic on her body, that's the best way to help a woman climax. That's the best way to make a woman go mad with fingering. I personally don't like being fingered, and just for personal reasons, okay. But I do enjoy it once in a while when my partner does it to me, and I naturally prefer oral sex. So if you haven't seen my video on how to eat her pussy, go check it out. So my microphone died. I'm so sorry, but I was already at the end of the video. So yeah, so that's all you need to know about fingering a lady. And there are other techniques to using your finger while you're inside the woman, but the trick is to make sure that you're not doing it like a boring person. Okay, now some women don't like to be fingered, so don't feel offended when the lady says no, I don't want you to do that. Some women prefer oral sex, and that's why I've made that video on how to eat her pussy out. Make sure you click on the link. I put it before, but I'm also going to put it again in the description box, so be sure to go check it out, so that when your woman says no, I don't want to be fingered, you can offer to do oral sex and it's the same pleasure. Okay, and there's one thing I didn't say. Now, the trick to making a woman squirt, maybe I'm going to make this video a different video after this, but now if you're using your two fingers in a woman's vajayjay and you're touching the G-spot and you're going really faster and while playing with the clitoris, at the point you're going to feel her vajayjay contracting, making like you're going to feel that it's getting kind of tighter. Okay, while you're doing that movement, you're going to feel it. Okay, and when it start becoming tighter, it's either she's about to come or she's going to feel very pressed, like she wants to pee. Now you have to keep talking to her. That's why I said you need to make her comfortable. You have to keep talking to her so that she knows that it's okay to do whatever your body is asking you to do. Okay, whatever pressure you're having that you want to pee, it's fine, just let it all out. That's why she needs to be comfortable. She needs to warm up to you so that she can release whatever her body is trying to push out. Now don't stop and don't let her go to the washroom to pee, okay, because she's only trying to squirt. So at that point, you have to go a bit faster. Okay, you have to go a bit faster to help her release whatever liquid is about to come out from her body. Okay, so I'm just going to stop here for today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this video educative, in particular educative, because I don't want you all coming here to talk trash in the comment section, because this video is meant to educate you all. Okay, be sure to check out my other videos, and in case you don't know, I have a new vlog channel where I talk about my day-to-day living as a Nigerian girl in Dubai. I'm going to also keep a link somewhere here, so be sure to click on the link and go subscribe also, so you can follow my day-to-day life as a Nigerian in Dubai. Until next time, be sure to give the video a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Stay love, stay beautiful. Bye for now. Mwah. Mwah.